Fresh Kid Z, Fresh Kid C,
Yes, sir.
Fresh Kid P, Fresh Kid T.
Oh yeah, we back.
Oh, and Zafoon, by the way.
Yeah.
Jones. Yeah. Chitty bang, and we pretty much amazing.
What's going on, y'all? What's good? What's good? So, I am home, and I'm actually not on home time. I was on the load, and the load is coming from Massachusetts. It's going to Pennsylvania. So I was like, you know what? It's passing through New York City, so I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna shower in my house. I'm gonna eat some food in my house. I'm gonna sleep in my bed, and I'm gonna leave out first thing in the morning. So, you know, everything is all cool. It's all nice. It's all dandy and such. But I realized that where I parked at, it's street cleaning day in the morning. So I'm like, I bet I'm about to go be a good person, and I'm gonna move my truck so I don't get a ticket. I go to move my truck, and I jump out of the Uber, and boy, the sight that I came here to. When I got here, this is what I saw. If you saw that, how would you feel? So like, I got here, I was livid, I was mad, I was huffing, I was puffing, I was cursing, I was swearing. I was like, I was not my regular self, you feel me? But the first thing I thought about, I was like, man, I have a load on my truck. What am I gonna do? So I called my fleet manager. I was like, yo, this happened. You feel me? Like, this happened. Like, he was like, I do a macro 30, whatever, call road assist. I called road assist. I reported it. I sent in the documentation. They hit me with safety. But like, while I'm in the truck, I look at the mirror, at the windshield, and I see a note. So like, I open a note. It was a note from the police department. It was basically saying that there was an accident here, and to come to the police station to pick up the report. So I left the truck, went to the police station to go get the report. They're like, well, the report's not going to be ready in 3 to 4 days. This happened yesterday, Thursday morning. You feel me? So Thursday morning, it was just crazy. Like, I'm like, man, my truck is down. I'm out of money. I have a load on the truck. Like, I live in New York City, so I'm just like, yeah, it's going to be hard to get another truck to come in here, because, like, Prime runs all 48. But the problem with it is that even though Prime runs all 48, not many trucks pass through New York City, particularly the Bronx. And if they do, they go through the back end, and they go up, they go across 287, across Rockland, across the bridge, up on 84, 95, 87, whatever. Like, not particularly coming over to George Washington, because the toll is mad expensive. So it was hard to get the load repowered. So like, my fleet manager was a bit frustrated. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of ticked me off a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. But long story short, he ended up getting it resolved. So like, now we're just here waiting for the other guy to come to pick up the trailer, and Prime is gonna send the Prime tow truck to pick up my truck. The reason why they're sending the tow truck to pick up my truck is because the way how the pitman arm and the drag link are looking, and the cottering pin, like the way how all those things are looking, is looking pretty bad. So once the other truck gets here and they take the trailer, we out of here. And then when they call me when the tow truck is here, I'm gonna just come back. I'm gonna release the brakes. I'm gonna give them the extra key, and I'm gonna give them whatever they need for the tow truck to come. And I'm just having to get the truck loaded, and they're gonna take it to Pittston and do whatever they gotta do there. I'm just really hoping that like there's no significant mechanical damage to the truck, because yeah, I could get a loaner, but this is my truck, like my truck. But nonetheless, check this out. So this is what it looked like now. Like, as you can see from the picture, there's like a lot more stuff here. And then the deer guard was pushed and the bumper was there. I had to cut the bumper because it was rubbing against the tire. I didn't want the tire to pop. And then the deer guard was like all the way in there, you know? So I had to pay a tow truck driver $80 to attach his winch to the deer guard and basically pull it out. And then, as you guys can see, that's the hood mount, the drag link and the cottering pin, and the pitman arm. They banged up a little bit. Like further up there, where the drag link, where the pitman arm connects to the power steering pump, there's some spacing up there. So pretty much the whole steering on the truck is compromised. And the worst part is, this guy right here his van got hit. He's actually a truck driver. I met him last night when I came back to look at the truck. But that's what we're working with. So like right now, like my biggest concern is possibly the radar being damaged in the center. The rear guard is done, as you can see. The bumper is done, as you can see as well. There's hood damage here. The hood is chipped here. Like the hood kind of caves to the left a little bit when it's open, but I'm not really sure how the overall suspension of the truck is. I don't really want to like do too much. And then like right here, these are all of the parts. So you got like piece of the hood mount right here. That's the fog light right there. This is the piece of the rear guard that broke off. And then you have like the rubber gasket, and like this whole piece right here is actually the bumper. So like right now we got a trailer, so there's another truck coming. The good thing about it though is that it's a dry load, so there's no refrigeration needed. But I have a lock on it, so it's there. The seal is intact in the back, and I also have my lock on it. So pretty much my truck is down. Like I'm not gonna lie, like lately I've been having pretty bad luck. A few weeks ago my air dryer had a leak. Then after that, my air hose in the back, the pigtail, that popped, so I had to get one of the lines replaced. I had to get the blue line replaced. So yeah. The worst part was the guy said that I didn't meet him, but like I'm parked by like a school bus yard. So like a lot of the school bus drivers. So what happened? Because apparently the accident happened at 6 o'clock in the morning. So the gentleman that crashed into the truck pretty much said that something jumped out into the road, and then once he said something jumped out into the road, he was trying to avoid it. So he was driving on that side, and then he came all the way over here. He crashed into this car, and he crashed into things. And now, as you can see, our truck is looking crazy. You feel me? Like crazy. But it's New York City. But thankfully, the truck was parked. I wasn't in it. The truck was unoccupied. This vehicle was also unoccupied. And some good Samaritans were also able to get some photos of the accident. So that's also a pretty big help. But it just sucks now because I got to wait for the truck to get fixed. And we don't really know how long that's going to take. So, yeah. I'm not really mad. I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to lie. I'm upset. I'm tight. I'm angry. But I'm just happy that I wasn't in the truck. And I'm also happy that this didn't happen while I was driving the truck. Because that would have been a whole other situation. But like, my thing is, like, how fast were you going to cause damage like this to a tractor trailer that has a reinforced rear guard bumper on it? So that says a lot. Alright. And that's how we do it. Yeah.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, so we're here. We're in Pittston, and I got my truck back. It's actually fixed. The only thing is, as you guys know, my rear guard was pretty messed up. So I get here, and they have half a rear guard on my truck. So I was like, dude, what am I going to do with half of a rear guard? Take it off. So they're taking it off now, and it's actually, wow, he actually just took it off. So no more rear guard. Fresh truck, and we're gonna have it like that until we're able to get a new one put on. And then we have some minor hood damage over here, and our hood is cracked over here, so we got to make an appointment for a future date to get our hood fixed or replaced and just take it from there. So yeah. Alright, so we still here in the tractor shop. We just got the chassis lube, fifth wheel is lube, oil change is done. We got new airlines and a new pigtail, so you know we're doing all right. The only thing though, we need a washy wash, feel me? But we're trying to get new fittings for the air dryer only because it's leaking a little bit. And after that, after everything is done in here, we're gonna get a truck wash, because as you can see, we down bad. We down real bad. So now we're here in the wash bay getting the truck wash. My man back there, he did his thing. But as you can see, truck wash is about to go crazy. We got the wheels touched up. We got the stainless touched up. We got the plastic touched up. We're getting wet a little bit, but it's fine though, because Binks needed that. But as you guys can see, we're here in Pittston, They have my truck from the wreck, and we're looking fairly good. We're looking very, very good. I must say, like, so far, very much so satisfied. All right, guys. So I've been back on the road for 4 days. Yeah, today's Sunday. I've been back on the road for 4 days, and I've done 2 loads. Today's the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to everybody. And pretty much the wreck cost me a week of downtime. I've lost approximately $5,000 in revenue, and I had to pay a $1,400 some odd dollars for my deductible. I also had to pay $600 some odd dollars for the tow. And according to Prime, when they go after this person who crashed into the truck, they're actually in the process of doing it now. They're gonna go after lost wages for me as the operator. So I'm assuming that's gonna be like however much I made divided by however many days I was down, or how much I would have made, or whatever the case may have been. But yeah, so pretty much it cost me money to have been broken down, and I missed out on a whole week of revenue, and I came back on a holiday weekend, so I'm missing out on money again because it's a holiday weekend. And yeah, so pretty much we're eating dirt. So while I was off for the truck, I was actually able to get a lot done at home. I have money put away already. I have money in my e-fund. Check it out real quick. I didn't really feel it. I honestly didn't feel it. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. I'm just upset because I took unplanned home time. I mean, it's good to be home, but the home time was unplanned. So it kind of threw me off because I had planned to be out from the whole month of June. I took 2 days in June and the beginning of June. I had planned to have been out from those 2 days that I took once I got back on the truck to be on the truck until August. So yeah, and then I have to bring the truck back to Pittston in a couple of days to get the hood fixed and I'm sorry, I can't speak. I have to go back to Pittston in a couple of weeks to get a new deer guard and to get the hood fixed as well. And then from there, I plan to go on vacation, so you guys can see what's going on. But as a truck driver, there's definitely money to be made. I definitely made my fair share, and I'm still continuing to make more money. But this is why it's important to have an e-fund or like money put aside, or both. Like in my instance, I had both, so like I didn't feel it. Some truck drivers talk about being in a hole or whatever the case may be. I have money in my e-fund through Prime, so what I did was I just took it out and I put the truck in the hole. Like me as an individual, like me as Dominic has money put away, but the truck itself, or like the business rather, not even the business, but just like the e-fund, I depleted the e-fund just so that I put that money in my personal account so that they didn't take the money from my e-fund. Although that's what it's for, I rather know that I have the money and I just work and put it back. Like on an average week, my truck makes anywhere from $4,500 upwards of $5,000 in a week. And that's because I negotiate my loads with my fleet manager before I take them. If I don't like a load, I don't take it. If it's going to like a weird place, I don't take it. If it's gonna make me burn too much fuel, I don't take it. If the load doesn't make any sense, I don't take it. So like, I try to be as profitable as I can, but on the same token, being down sucked, but being down didn't break me. Like, if you're coming out here, it's important to make sure you have money put aside, and it's also important to make sure that when things like this happen, you set yourself up, because if you don't set yourself up, you're gonna feel it. Like, there are some truck drivers who break down, who get into issues, and they're at least operators, you know what I'm saying? And they can't afford their deductible, they can't afford the tow, they can't afford the repairs if like the repairs exceed the deductible or whatever. Like, they can't afford any of it. And the thing about it is, like, Prime will pay all that for you. All you gotta do is pay it back. But some guys, they just don't want to handle anything. So it's just like, you put yourself in a hole, you give Prime back a damaged truck, and they're gonna bill you for it. So just do everything the right way, fix it all at once, get it done. And if the person who hit the vehicle, or like whoever caused the accident, is wrong, just wait your time to get paid out. Because if you're not at fault and somebody else hit your vehicle, just take the L, get it fixed, work, make your money back, and then in a couple weeks or a couple months, get a check for the difference. Like,
Song, please. I got you. Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems, when I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope, want the bread we can toast, so fresh how we flow, everybody get this style from us. I once was a kid with the other little kids, now I'm ripping up shows, and them fans going wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry. This life is a party. Remember